Hello everyone, my name is Jobert Tikisasay. I am a second year college student under the Bachelor of Science in Development Communication in Northwest Summer State University. I am here today to give you some information about the unique culture of two different countries, which is the Czech Republic, and the culture or the unique culture of our country, which is the Philippines. So let's start. These slides give you the image of the national flag of the two different countries. In the upper part, we can see the national flag of the Czechia or the Czech Republic, and in the lower part, that is the national flag of our country, which is the Philippines. For anything else, I just want to give you the overview of my topic, which is first, I'm going to give you the information about the geography of the two different countries, which is the Czechia and the Philippines. Then it will be followed by the culture, and the culture has 5 categories. The first one is the language, the second, the beliefs, third, the customs, fourth, the famous foods, and last but definitely not the least, the traditions. Location and geography. The area of Czech Republic is 30,450 square miles or 78,866 square kilometers, with Bohemia being twice as large as Moravia. The republic is bounded by Poland on the north, Germany on the northwest and southwest, Austria on the south, and the Slovak Republic on the east. Bohemia is ranked by the mountain ranges. Izneska in the north is the highest point at 5,256 feet or 1,602 meters. The chief rivers is the lake, and its main tributaries are Tava and Orhe. The Elbe flows in the North Sea. Moravia's dominant geographic features is the basin of the Morava River, which empties into the northwest of Bratislava, the capital of the Slovak Republic. Philippines is an archipelago, or string of over 7,100 islands in the southeastern Asia between the South China Sea and the Pacific Ocean. The two largest islands, Luzon and Mindanao, make up for 2/3 of the total land area. Only about 1/3 of islands are inhabited. Now, let's move on to the main purpose of this video, which is we're going to tackle the different culture of Czechia and the Philippines. It includes the language, beliefs, customs, food, and the traditions. Category of culture is the language. What is the Czech Republic first language? The official language of the Czech Republic is Czech, spoken by nearly 11 million native speakers. Czech is classified as part of the Slavic branch of Indo-European languages. So, as what the description said, the first language or the main language of Czech Republic is Czech. So to compare it with the language of the Philippines, what is the Philippines' first language? Tagalog. Tagalog is a language that originated in the Philippine Islands. It is the first language of most Filipinos and the second language of most others. More than 50 million Filipinos speak Tagalog in the Philippines, and 24 million people speak the language worldwide. So, that's what the description said. Over 50 million Filipinos speak the language Tagalog in the Philippines. The other languages. Although the vast majority of the population of the Czech Republic, 96% speak Czech, you can also hear Slovak, Russian, Polish, Ukrainian, or Vietnamese, as these are language of the largest national minorities in Czech Republic. So in Philippines, the Philippines has 8 major dialects listed in the figure from top to bottom. The first one is the Bicol, Second, the Cebuano. Third, the Hiligaynon or the Ilonggo. Fourth, the Ilocano. Fifth, the Kapampangan. Sixth, the Pangasinan. Seven, the Tagalog. And last but definitely not the least, the Waray. Next, let's move on to the beliefs. Presently, 39.8% of Czechs consider themselves atheists. When we say atheists, these are the type of persons or citizens of a country who don't believe that gods exist. 39.2% are Roman Catholic, 4.6% are Protestants, with 1.9% in the Czech founded Hussite Reformed Church, 1.6% in the Czech Brotherhood Evangelic Church, and 0.5% in the Silesian Evangelic Church, 3% are members of the Orthodox Church, and the 13.4% are undecided. In the Philippines is proudly boasted to be the only Christian nation in Asia. More than 86% of the population is Roman Catholic. 6% belong to various nationalized Christian cults, and another 2% belong to well over 100 Protestant denominations. To give you a sample of situation why this kind of beliefs creates a misunderstanding between two people. Okay, for instance, I am a Filipino and I am proud to say that I am a Christian and I believe that God exists. Luckily, I got an opportunity to go in Czech Republic to give some or to share some words of God's to the people in there. Sadly, I have shared it to an atheist person. As what I have said earlier, the past slides, that atheist persons are the type of person who don't believe that God exists. So, that is the time where misunderstanding will occur because I'm a Christian and I believe that God exists. And that person who heard what I have shared about God's words is an atheist and he or she didn't believe that God exists. That is the time that two arguments or two different arguments will occur where misunderstanding will arise. That is the sample of this belief. Next, let's move on to the customs of the two different countries. So, Czech people value direct communication, friendliness, and modesty. People say hello and goodbye to strangers in various situations such as small shops, elevators, or train compartment. For example, when entering or leaving a shop, it's polite to say Dobry den or Nasildanaw, or in English, goodbye respectively. While to compare it in the customs of Philippines, the basic etiquette of the Filipinos are Filipinos tend to dress modestly, especially when in public. It is expected that the elderly and those of a higher social status are treated with respect. Given large family sizes and typically small living quarters, Filipino are generally not demanding of privacy. So that was the customs of the two different countries. Let's tackle the famous food of the two different countries. The Czech Republic is a very traditional meat and potato cuisine with dishes heavy in gravies and root vegetables. Winter is perhaps the best time to try Czech food when hearty soups take center stage. These are the following famous foods in Czech Republic. So the first one is the Czechova na smetany. marinated sirloin. This popular dish consists of braised beef covered with a thick, creamy sauce of parsley, root, and carrots. It's usually accompanied by a side of cranberry sauce and whipped cream. The second one is the beefro nellozello, or the roasted pork. Perhaps the most traditional Czech dish you can ask for a restaurant. Beefro nellozello is a basically roasted pork with dumplings aside of pickled cabbage. Third one is the rysek or the schnitzel. While schnitzel aren't exclusively Czech, rysek is unique in that it can be made using a number of different meats covered in both flour and breadcrumbs before frying and served with a side of potato salad. Pork schnitzels are particularly popular in Czech Republic, but there's also a truth schnitzel commonly eaten during Christmas time. So the fourth one is the sikana pečený, baked minced meat. The Czech version of meatloaf is made combining half pork and half beans and then adding slices of bacon, onion, and garlic. Herbs such as marjoram and parsley are also sometimes added. Fifth one is the sisnica or the garlic sauce. A garlic-heavy sauce with croutons. Sisnica also contains a raw egg which is added near the end of the cooking process and left alone to cook in the heat of the soup. The small pieces of sausage, pork, or cheese is sometimes added to it as well. The sixth one is the uzzini or the smoked meat. Uzzini technically means just a smoke, but the dish is usually made with meat, usually pork. Juniper berries and peppers are often used as a side. Let's move on to the famous Filipinos food. Filipino food may not be as famous as that of its Thai and Vietnamese neighbor, but with more than 7,000 islands and a colorful history, this archipelago has some delicious dishes of its own. The first famous food of Philippines is the adobo. No less a Filipino food would be complete without adobo. A ubiquitous dish in every household in the Philippines, it's a Mexican in origin. The second one is the lechon. The lechon is the most invited party guest in the Philippines. The entire pig is spit roasted over coals with a crisp, golden brown skin served with a liver sauce, the most coveted part. Third one is the sisig. In the culinary capital of Pampanga, they torn the pork cheek's head and liver into sizzling dish called sisig. The crunchy and chewy texture of this appetizer is a perfect match for a cold beer. The fourth one is the crispy pata. Not for the easily spooked, this pork knuckle is simmered, drained, and deep fried until crisp. The meat is tender and juicy inside with a crisp, crackling exterior. The fifth one is the taba ng talangka. The fat of the small variety of crops are pressed and sauteed in garlic. This cholesterol-laden Filipino food is often used as a sauce for prawns or eaten with fried fish and rice. The last one is the kare-kare. This stew of oxtail has the most delicious sauce made from ground toasted rice and crushed peanuts. Banana blossoms, eggplants, and string beans add more interesting texture, making it a complete meal on its own. Now, let's talk about the lost culture of the two different countries, which is their traditions. The Czech Republic boasts a total of 4 national traditions entered on the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage. These are the falconry, the ancient art of hunting with the help of birds of prey. The second one is the Slovako-Verbank recruit dances. The third one is the ride of the kings in Velno. The fourth one is the Shrovetide, door-to-door procession and the mass in the village of the Helnoko area. What is falconry? Falconry in Czech Republic. The art of hunting with birds of prey dates back several millennia. The Bohemian lands have been meeting with falconry in their territory since the 19th century. Annual celebration ensured that this ancient art is not forgotten. The greatest development of falconry occurred in the Middle Ages. The history of falconry in the Czech lands dates back hundreds of years. Often you will see demonstrations of falconry in the country yards of Bohemian and Moravian castles in Chatham, such as the Strubek, Dognik, Siski Sterbik, Kos, Dobres, Orada, Kerboda. In the country yards of these historical treasures, you can witness a special bond between these majestic birds and their owners. So that was the falconry. Second one is the Moravia-Slovakian Verbank. Moravian-Slovakia is a region where folk traditions and folklore are an integral part of life. In this diverse region of colors and flavors, you can immerse yourself in a swirl of dancing, parades and festivals that are hundreds of years old, which people manage to live to the full this very day. A special place among this is held by Men's Dance Verbank. Third one is the Ride of the Kings. The Ride of the Kings from Moravian Slovakia is a unique tradition in Czech Republic. You can experience it during the last weekend in May in several villages and towns in Moravian Slovakia and Hanan. However, only Velno, where it has traditional dating back more than 200 years. It is held every year. Traditions of Czech Republic is the Shrovetide procession from the Helniko region. Every year, during the days when winter slowly gives way to spring, many villages in the Helniko region hold colorful and merry carnival processions that travel from house to house delivering joy, health, and happiness to everyone they visit. Thanks to their strong tradition, which has been passed down, generation to generation, reaches their history far back into the past. Let's move on to the traditions of Filipino tradition, poor man's Christmas, competitive karaoke, bayanihan, and more. First traditions of Filipino is the competitive karaoke. Having originated from Japan, this fun pastime found itself on Philippine shores very quickly. With karaoke studios peppered across every municipality, there's always room for everyone's favorite sport, the competitive singing. The tradition of Filipino is the bayanihan. As a country that is prone to typhoons and volcano eruptions, Filipinos have seen their fair share of natural calamities. Always resilient and light-hearted, Philippine culture often entails a bayanihan character, best expressed during times of crisis. The fiestas. This colorful celebration often involved entire municipality of cities and may last day for some weeks. These events also function as community building occasion, strengthening not only faith but also familial bonds amongst the people. But definitely not the least, the 4-month Christmas. Christmas lights and decoration may go up as early as September 1. Countdown can start as soon as the Burr months roll in the 4 many. So does gift shopping, the ultimate culmination of familial celebration in the Philippines, may be witnessed during December. Don't be surprised if you invited to more than a couple of Christmas parties, be it among friends, co-workers, immediate family, not so immediate family, or even social media. So that was my presentation about the unique culture of the two different countries. So, thank you everyone. Have a good day. Bye.